Hello everyone, and welcome to Mystic Whisper, your guide to the mystical and the magical. Today, we're delving deep into a fascinating and transformative topic: secrets of esoteric alchemy and how to transmute attitudes and elevate consciousness. When most people hear the word alchemy, they think of turning lead into gold. But alchemy is much more than a physical transformation. It's a powerful spiritual process that teaches us how to transform our inner state, transmuting negative attitudes into higher vibrations of consciousness. In this video, we will explore the hidden wisdom of esoteric alchemy and how you can use it to elevate your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately your entire being. So, what exactly is esoteric alchemy? At its core, alchemy is the ancient science and art of transformation. Historically, alchemists sought to transform base metals, such as lead, into gold. But within the esoteric tradition, this physical transformation was understood as a metaphor for an even more profound inner transformation. Rather than turning physical lead into gold, the true purpose of esoteric alchemy is to transmute the lead of negative emotions, limiting beliefs, and low vibrational attitudes into the gold of higher consciousness, wisdom, and spiritual enlightenment. Esoteric alchemy works on a subtle, spiritual level, focusing on the internal processes that take place within the psyche and the soul. It provides a framework for transmuting negative energy, fear, and destructive patterns into light, love, and a higher state of awareness. This process is often symbolized by the stages of alchemy: negredo, blackness; albedo, whiteness; citrinitas, yellowing; and rubedo, redness, which correspond to different phases of personal growth, purification, and spiritual awakening. In the same way that physical alchemy uses heat and pressure to transform base metals, esoteric alchemy teaches us that life's challenges and hardships are the fires that catalyze our spiritual evolution. Through these trials, we are given the opportunity to grow, evolve, and elevate our consciousness, transmuting our lower selves into alignment with our higher spiritual essence. The first step in the alchemical process of transmuting attitudes is awareness. We must begin by recognizing the lead within ourselves, our limiting thoughts, toxic emotions, and destructive behaviors. This could take the form of fear, jealousy, anger, doubt, shame, or even a lack of self-worth. These negative attitudes lower our vibration and prevent us from experiencing the higher frequencies of consciousness. Once we've identified these patterns, the real work begins. The key is not to judge or suppress these emotions but to face them head-on with compassion and understanding. Alchemy teaches us that every emotion, even those we consider negative, serves a purpose in our spiritual growth. They are not to be feared or avoided but embraced as opportunities for transformation. By acknowledging their presence, we take the first step toward transmuting them. This is where the concept of negredo, or blackness, comes in. In this phase of alchemy, we face our shadows, the parts of ourselves we might prefer to hide or ignore. It's a period of deep introspection and emotional purification. However, it's crucial to understand that this is a necessary step in the alchemical process. Only by confronting the lead within us can we begin to transform it into something higher. Once we've acknowledged the lower, lead-like qualities within us, we can begin the process of transmutation. This involves consciously working to shift these negative attitudes into higher vibrational states. Alchemy teaches us that for every lower emotion, there is a corresponding higher emotion. For example, anger can be transformed into understanding, fear into trust, doubt into faith, and resentment into forgiveness. The act of transmutation requires intentional focus and persistence. It's not always an instantaneous shift, but rather a gradual process where you begin to redirect your energy and attention toward the opposite, higher emotion. This process is represented by the albedo phase of alchemy, the whitening, or illumination. As you work to transmute these lower emotions, you begin to purify your consciousness. You start to see things from a higher perspective, no longer reacting from a place of fear, but responding from a place of love and wisdom. As you continue this practice, you'll notice subtle yet powerful changes in your internal state. Situations that used to trigger negative reactions will no longer have the same hold over you. You'll find yourself operating from a space of balance and clarity, with a deeper sense of inner peace. This is the gold that alchemy promises, turning the lead of our lower selves into the gold of higher consciousness. The ultimate goal of esoteric alchemy is to elevate your consciousness, but what does that actually mean? To elevate consciousness is to expand your awareness beyond the limitations of the ego and align with higher, universal truths. It's about shifting your perspective from fear-based thinking to love-based thinking, from separation to unity, and from limitation to infinite possibility. Elevating consciousness involves several key stages. The first is purification, where you cleanse your mind and heart of limiting beliefs, judgments, and attachments. This corresponds to the Nigredo stage, the dark night of the soul. During this phase, you may experience a period of deep inner work, letting go of outdated habits, patterns, and belief systems that no longer serve you. The next stage is illumination, represented by albedo, the whitening. At this stage, you begin to gain clarity, insight, and a deeper understanding of your true nature. Your consciousness expands, and you start to align with higher frequencies of love, compassion, and wisdom. This is where you experience significant growth, as you begin to live more authentically and in harmony with your highest self. Finally, there is the rubedo stage, the red phase, where the alchemical process reaches its completion. This is the stage of integration and balance, where your higher consciousness fully merges with your daily life. You've successfully transmuted the lower aspects of yourself into higher ones, and you now embody the wisdom, love, and power that come with elevated consciousness. Now that we understand the transformative power of esoteric alchemy, how can we apply these principles in our daily lives? The beauty of alchemy is that it's not just an abstract or mystical concept, it's a practical tool for personal growth and transformation. One of the simplest ways to start practicing alchemy is by becoming more mindful of your thoughts and emotions. Every time you notice a negative thought or feeling arise, pause and ask yourself, what higher perspective can I choose in this moment? By consciously choosing to shift your focus from a lower, fear-based emotion to a higher, love-based one, you're practicing alchemical transmutation. Another effective way to practice alchemy is through meditation and visualization. During meditation, you can visualize yourself surrounded by a golden light, symbolizing the energy of your higher self. Imagine this light flowing through your body, purifying your mind, heart, and soul, and transmuting any negative emotions into higher vibrations. Over time, this practice helps elevate your consciousness, bringing you closer to the goal of enlightenment. Affirmations are also a powerful tool in alchemy. By repeating positive affirmations, you reprogram your subconscious mind to operate from a higher level of awareness. Statements like, I am a being of light and love. I trust the process of life, or I am constantly evolving into the highest version of myself act as catalysts for transformation, helping you embody the elevated states of consciousness you desire. Ultimately, the practice of esoteric alchemy is about choosing to live a life that is aligned with higher consciousness. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every emotion, and every experience is an opportunity to transmute the lower into the higher, the dark into the light. By embracing this process of transformation, you can elevate your entire being, unlocking a deeper connection to your true self and the universe. When you master the art of alchemical transmutation, you become a conscious creator of your reality. No longer reacting to life's challenges from a place of fear or limitation, you instead respond with love, wisdom, and inner strength. This is the true gold of spiritual alchemy, the realization that you have the power to transform your life from within, elevating your consciousness to its highest potential. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this powerful wisdom. Remember, the power to transmute and elevate is within you. Until next time, keep shining your light and walking the golden path.